Hi there, I'm Emma and I'm obsessed with shopping. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. I go to the mall every day and shop at the most exclusive boutiques. I'll take the Balenciaga dress, 3 of the Louis Vuitton shoes, and 4 of your most expensive handbags. One time, I found the most perfect dress for the rental formal. It fit like a glove and made me look like a princess. I swear it was made for me. But when I went to the counter to pay for it, the most terrible thing happened. Miss, your credit card has been declined. I was shocked. No way that could be right. I wasn't even using my card. It was my dad's. I borrowed it from his wallet because mine was maxed out. I had only been using it for 2 days. Try it again. There must be some mistake. The clerk ran the card 3 more times and it still didn't work. Then I saw this witch, Shelly, from my school smirking at me. If I didn't act now, she'd snag my dress. So I took drastic measures. I snatched the dress off the counter. I'll pay you back tomorrow, I promise. This dress is meant for me. I can't let it go. Then I darted toward the door, but the security guard tackled me. 10 minutes later, my parents picked me up, and they were furious. They convinced the store not to press charges.
No more credit cards and no more shopping.
But Dad, it's not my fault your credit card got declined. My parents got so mad, their faces turned bright red. Emma, your behavior is unacceptable. You spend money like it grows on trees. Technically, money is made of a special currency paper composed of 75% cotton and 25% linen. And since cotton comes from trees, then actually…
That's not the point. Money comes from hard work, and you need to learn that.
What Dad said next turned my world upside down.
Our trip to the Cayman Islands is canceled. You're getting a summer job to pay off your debts.
I was devastated. It was totally unfair. I begged him to reconsider, but he insisted, so I decided to try getting a job at one of my favorite clothing stores. I totally impressed the manager with my fashion knowledge, and he hired me on the spot. There was just one problem. The job came with a great employee discount. I could buy twice as many clothes for the same price. How could I resist that? I'll take the Gucci pants, the Prada watch, and 2 bottles of the Chanel perfume. Except my parents weren't exactly happy when I ended up maxing out my mom's credit card. I didn't mean to, but I ended up spending more than I was making at my job. And to make matters worse, I spent so much time trying on the clothes and not taking care of the customers that my manager fired me. Get another job now, or I'll make you sell all your clothes. That was not an option. I tried getting a job at other clothing stores, but word got around that I wasn't a good employee, and nobody would hire me. While I was in my bedroom, crying into a Prada dress that I'd bought on sale, by the way, which practically made it free, my best friend Jody came over to comfort me. Maybe you could find a job that isn't at a clothing store? That's when I remembered that Jody was leaving in a few days to go work at a summer camp as a counselor, and she'd mentioned in passing that they paid really well. What if I came with you to the summer camp? Do you think they'd hire me if you put in a good word? I don't know, Emma. Last time we went on a hike, a bird pooped on your Prada jumpsuit and you had a panic attack. That jumpsuit was a limited edition. It was like family. And don't let me get started on that bird. It was a maniac. There's a warrant out for its arrest. Okay, there wasn't a real warrant, but I did file a police report and I tried to get a restraining order. Please, Jody, I really need that job. If I have to sell my clothes, I might as well die. Fine, I guess it will be fun to hang out together all summer, but you better not make me look bad. Jody got me the job, and I spent the next few days planning all the cute outfits I was going to wear. On the first day, I was so surprised. I couldn't believe how beautiful the camp was, and even better, Jody and I had a cabin all to ourselves. It was like being paid to go on vacation. But the best part was when I saw this beautiful boy named Daniel chopping wood. He had the most gorgeous smile, the perfect body, and those sparkly green eyes. He was so hot, and I almost forgot to breathe. Oh my god, that Daniel guy is totally staring at you. Really? I wanted to go speak to him right then, but the kids started arriving and I had to help show them to their cabins. Later that day, I saw Daniel at the lake teaching a group of kids how to kayak. Even in his bright orange life vest, he still looked good. He was patient and kind with the kids too. He was totally perfect. He caught me staring at him, and I felt my cheeks get hot. I tried to run away, but somehow my legs refused to move.
Are you lost?
No, I was just… He didn't give me time to make up an excuse.
If you came here thinking you could slack off and spend the whole time working on your tan, think again.
What the heck? Why was this guy being so rude? I'm here to work just like you.
In those clothes?
What's wrong with my clothes?
Nothing, if you're going to the mall.
This is summer camp, not a fashion show.
My outfit was totally cute, and apparently Daniel wasn't as perfect as he looked. I was so angry, steam came out of my ears. I tried to storm off, but my heel got stuck in some mud and I couldn't move.
Having trouble there, princess? princess?
No, I'm just enjoying the scenery. I wasn't sure he believed me, but I had more important things to worry about, like what the mud was doing to my new Louis Vuittons. I yanked my foot up, lost my balance, and ended up falling flat on my butt in the mud. My outfit was ruined. Suddenly, I burst into tears. Daniel raced to my side.
Are you hurt? Is anything broken?
My outfit is ruined. I threw myself into Daniel's big, strong arms.
Calm down, it's just mud. Trust me, you'll survive. But maybe you should go back to the city. You don't belong here.
Daniel and the kids walked away. I was so distraught and embarrassed that Jody had to come to my rescue. She walked with me to our cabin and sat by my side as I mourned the loss of my shoes. That night, I couldn't get Daniel out of my mind. I dreamed of us wearing matchy Balenciaga sweatsuits as we kissed by the lake and danced under the moonlight. Every time I saw Daniel at camp, my heart skipped a beat and I just knew we were meant to be together. So I recruited Jody to help. I think Daniel is my soulmate. Are you sure about that? Last time you spoke, things didn't go so well. Daniel just needs to meet the real me. Or at least the new Emma that loves the outdoors. I'll be a camping dynamo, a female Tarzan. Emma, that's not you at all. It could be. This is a really bad idea. I ignored Jody. She knew nothing about love. Sure, Daniel was rude to me before. He was playing hard to get. He was like a great pair of shoes during a hot sale. If you wanted them bad enough, you might have to bribe a sales clerk or shove through a crowd of crazy, fire-breathing bargain shoppers, but in the end, it was always worth it. So I hatched a plan. I signed up to help with a bunch of activities that I knew Daniel would be attending. How hard could this outdoor stuff be? Campfire cooking sounded pretty fun. I was a bit of a foodie, always going to the best restaurants. I didn't think I'd actually have to build the campfire myself, and of course, Daniel was there to witness my failure.
That's never going to light.
Yes, it will. I almost got it. I rubbed the sticks together for hours, but the wood just wouldn't catch fire. I went back to my cabin in a huff, but I wasn't ready to give up. The more of a jerk Daniel was to me, the more I wanted to prove him wrong. Just because I had good taste in fashion and didn't know how to start a fire didn't make me useless. I mean, who even needs to know how to start a fire? That's what electricity is for. The next day, I noticed Daniel signed up to lead the campers on a hike through the woods, so I decided to sign up too. Are you sure you want to do this? It's not an easy hike. Not you too. Why does everyone think I can't do stuff like this? Emma, you know I love you, but this isn't one of your strengths. Maybe you should sit this one out. Jody's doubt only made me more determined to show everyone that I wasn't a princess. The day of the hike, I put on my best outfit.
You know hiking doesn't come with valet service, right? You'll have to walk yourself.
Just try to keep up with me. Daniel laughed in my face and walked away. Even though I was annoyed at him, my heart still fluttered as I saw his muscles glisten in the sun. When the hike started, I jumped to the head of the line to lead Daniel and the rest of the kids, even though I didn't exactly know where we were going. But how hard could it be? Turns out, it was a nightmare. We climbed over these logs and up slopes covered in slippery leaves. An hour into the hike, I was covered with sweat and I smelled like a gym sock. The sun was beaming on my face, so I walked over to a tree to get some shade, but I slipped on a tree root, face planted on the ground, and twisted my ankle.
Hey, are you okay?
Daniel helped me up and wow, he was strong. I'm fine. It's no big deal. I was totally lying. My ankle hurt so bad I wanted to scream, but I didn't want Daniel to think I was weak. I should have been paying better attention.
It's not your fault. That tree root came out of nowhere. They can be sneaky like that.
He was actually kind of funny when he wasn't being a jerk. Yeah, I'll remember to look both ways before crossing the woods next time. Daniel smiled at me. Then something strange started happening. Butterflies filled my stomach, my heart raced, and my skin felt all tingly.
Okay, princess, we should get moving.
Will you be my Prince Charming?
What?
Did I really just say that? I meant this is alarming. I'm usually so graceful, like a dove. No, a swan. You like swans, don't you? They're beautiful, and I heard they mate for life. That's so romantic, right? I batted my eyes and leaned in close, hoping I could snag a kiss.
I guess. Next time, wear some better shoes, Your Highness.
I came crashing back down to earth, and it hurt more than tripping over that stupid root. I decided to ignore Daniel and carry on walking, even though my ankle was really painful. I did my best to hide it, but soon I was falling behind the group. 9-year-olds half my height were outpacing me, but the last thing I needed was for Daniel to have another reason to make fun of me. So I pushed through. But when I looked up, I realized I was all alone and totally lost. Okay, Emma. Don't panic. I pulled out my phone, but there was no signal. I took a deep breath and decided to retrace my steps. I had to find the camp eventually, right? Except My ankle was only getting worse, and I felt like I was walking in circles. Then I heard wolves howling in the distance, and these weird owls started hooting and glaring at me. Footsteps approached. I grabbed a branch. Stay away! I don't know karate, but I know crazy! I waved the branch like a maniac. Suddenly, I heard something move behind a tree, so I threw my branch towards it as hard as I could.
Ouch! Are you trying to kill me?
Daniel stepped out of the shadows with a big bruise on his forehead. I've never been so relieved to see someone, even if he was a jerk. A very handsome, sometimes funny jerk. Sorry, I thought you were an evil forest monster trying to eat me.
I'm a vegetarian, and I've been looking for you all over. I was worried when you didn't make it back to camp.
You were worried about me? Daniel blushed.
Maybe a little.
I knew it! You liked me this whole time! There's no way you could resist me, especially in this outfit! Daniel took one look at my ankle and gasped. It had swollen up to twice its normal size.
Why didn't you tell me you'd hurt yourself?
I didn't want to make a fuss. I have expected him to tell me that getting lost in the woods was an even bigger problem, but instead he just slung his arm around me to help me walk.
Come on, let's get you back.
The only problem was, it was starting to get dark and the woods were really creepy. How long until we get back to camp?
It shouldn't be long.
He didn't sound very sure, and that only made me more nervous. Are we lost?
No, it's just harder to navigate in the dark.
A sudden rustle made me jump into his arms. What was that?
Whatever it was, don't worry, I'll protect you.
I looked into his eyes. He looked into mine. And then I snuck a kiss, but Daniel pulled away. I was mortified. I'm sorry. That was stupid. I totally shouldn't have done that. It seemed like the right thing to do. Oh my god, do you have a girlfriend? Is that why you didn't want me to know you liked me?
Emma?
I swear I'm not a homewrecker. I bet she's pretty and loves camping and building homes for the poor.
Emma, please. It's just that I wasn't expecting that. It caught me by surprise. I totally wasn't ready, but now...
Daniel pulled me close and kissed me, and it was magical. Daniel scooped me into his arms and carried me the rest of the way. After about half an hour, I spotted lights through the trees. There's the camp!
See? I knew where we were going the whole time.
Sure you did, my hero.
Every princess needs her knight, doesn't she?
Daniel took me straight to the medic. The medic told me I needed to stay off my ankle for a while, which meant I couldn't do anything even if I wanted to. I spent the next day lying in bed, and it made me realize that I hadn't thought about shopping the whole time I was at the camp. Jody and Daniel took turns checking on me. Daniel and I even had a romantic dinner by the campfire. A couple weeks later, camp was over and I'd made enough money to pay off my debt. I should have been happy, but my heart sank.
What's wrong, princess?
I'm going to miss this place, and I don't know what I'll do without you.
You know I live like 2 miles from you.
What? No way. And he goes to our school. He was in our English class. He sat in the back row. I felt like such an idiot. How is it possible that I never noticed Daniel? Then again, I only had eyes for rich boys and designer clothes, but my time at summer camp had changed my ways. I traded in my Gucci and Prada for something more important. I became a better friend to Jody, a more responsible daughter, and I even found true love.